T-minus 30 seconds. T-minus 20 seconds. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Good.
You ready for do more in the future? Trap Talk podcasts?
Yes.
Man.
Only Trap Talk. Exclusive.
Yes.
Exclusive. Oh.
So stop calling us.
Rub the spot, get the club to pop. When I come up with the crop, gotta love it or not. I'm hot from the hop to the rub the spot, get the club to pop. When I come up with the rub the spot, get the club to pop. When I come up with the rub the spot, get the club to pop. When I come up with the rub the spot, get the club to pop. When I come up with everybody, we do it. Everybody, we do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. Rub the spot, get the club to pop. When I come up with rub the spot, get the club to pop. When I come up with rub the spot, get the club to pop. When I come up with rub the spot, get the club to pop. When I come up.
What is good, everybody? Top of the morning, top of the afternoon, top of the evening, no matter where you're at. Oh, man, it's clock. You are now tapped into the coolest reptile podcast in the world. I'm your boy, MJ. What is good? This is your first time tapping in? Do your boy a favor. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that notification bell. Biggest reason why you want to do that. I drop 4 podcasts on this channel every week. No one else is doing that. Promise you that. And I drop a vlog every Saturday. It's actually uploading right now. There'll be a vlog premiering right after this episode. So you hit that notification bell. You're on top of everything that I release. I am known to bring some heavy shit to this channel. You do not want to miss out what I bring. I don't want you to miss out either. So you hit that notification bell. You're on top of it. Then you're going to want to smash that like button, man. Do me a big favor. And for the guest, it's all about the guest. Hit that like button so YouTube likes us, keeps us relevant. And that's greatly appreciated, man. But what is good? Look at all the early birds in the building on a Saturday morning. And do I have some Canadian OGs in the building? I'll see here in just a sec. But guys, fresh from Pittsburgh. Holy shit, that was some cold weather. Yeah, I don't know how you guys do it out there. I'm going to stay in Southern California forever after going in, what was it, -4 degrees? I don't fucking know. Too much. Anyways, I'm glad I'm back. 10-hour delay. I'm fucking pretty tired, but I'm excited for this episode, so I'm here, guys. Anyways, before we get started, you guys know what the deal is. For the freshest, bestest rodents delivered to your doorstep, coldbloodedcafe.com. Ship anywhere in the United States. 30-hour flat rate shipping. Steven and Desiree, my best friends. I love you guys. Love the whole Cold Blooded Cafe team. You guys are leading the industry, man. Keep killing it. Thank you for sponsoring the trap. You guys are awesome. Shout out to John and Alex over at Sim Container. If you got eggs, put them inside of a sim box. And I'm telling you right now, those mother hoes are going to hatch. Very good. No stress about having to put food seal wrap, or you don't even need to put substrate. I mean, to be safe, you could put substrate. I mean, a lot of people do. I have 31 super dwarf reticulated python eggs, all in sim containers, over about an inch of water. So, guys, less steps. They are going to hatch out of a sim container if your incubator works. But I'm just telling you. Shout out to Sim Container. If you guys want to learn more about monitors and see exactly how to do it right, John and Alex are the shiznit. They are the best at what they do, and check them out. Love you guys. Thank you so much for sponsoring the trap. Steven and Ashley, Focus Cube Habitats, just sent them a lot of money. Woo! Man, I cannot wait. So worth it. My whole room that I'm sitting in is finally going to be decked out. I have over 12 enclosures being built, and that's not even all of it. I still have more coming. 12 is just coming at once because that's all we could fit on one pallet. Damn, let's go. I'm feeling good this year. This year, it's all about the remodel. I'm telling you right now. Bye-bye tubs. Hello focus cubes, man. Shit's going to be sick as fuck. But guys, go check out Ashley and Steven. Go see what they're doing. Flex in Texas all day, every day. PVC built enclosures, easy to move, custom designs. They're the best. I'm telling you, they're killing it. Thank you, Steve and Ashley, for sponsoring the trap. Speaking about the best, stainless steel racks. If you got a Freedom Breeder rack, the best, 100%. Made in the United States, but they're global, man. People have Freedom Breeder racks all over the world from what I've seen, and they really hold their value. They don't lose their value, period. Shout out to Jesse. Shout out to the whole entire Freedom Breeder crew. And Freedom Breeder is the move, man. I'm telling you right now, as much as it sucks because it doesn't suck, but I love my arboreals, man. And they come first. I'm sorry. If I need to get my arboreals out of tubs before my snakes out of their Home Depot racks, then it is what it is. But guess what? After I do the whole podcast remodel, then I'm going to go handle the Freedom Breeder remodel inside the trap. So I can tell you right now, when it comes to my arboreal cages, focus cube habitats, when it comes to my snake racks, it's going to be Freedom Breeder all day, every day. That's a fact. And if you have a Freedom Breeder rack, you know exactly where I'm coming at with that. So shout out to Jesse, shout out to the whole crew, shout out to the big dog, the one and only Miguel Garcia, one of my fucking best homies, best guy I've ever met in my life. I can tell you that right now, but he's a big supporter of mine. Honestly, keeps me level-headed sometimes. If it's one person I could vent to and be because at the end of the day, I am working on myself, but there's times where I just want to let out the beast. I want to be old MJ and just speak how I want to speak. I call Miguel for that, and he listens. It's my boy. But he also kind of keeps me in check sometimes as far as what I'm doing. And, he just helps me, man. And he's just a good guy. So please, guys, go give him a follow. Go check out his work. He has some of the best ball python projects that are like literally on their own level. I'm telling you right now. And there's a lot of people out there killing it with the ball pythons. But Miguel, he is on his own chapter with shit. So please go give him a follow. Shout out to the whole AEP team. Tina, Jesse, Aubrey, Ace, I love you guys. You guys are family, and I appreciate you guys. Speaking of family, big brother right here. What's up, Alan? My boy, Amazing Basin. Shout out to Amazing Basins for sponsoring the channel. If you guys are into arboreals and cream of the crop right here, this is the Ferrari of snakes. And you can fucking ask anybody. I don't care what you say. It doesn't get better than a basin, in my opinion. Okay, and a real snake keeper knows what I'm talking about. Basins are the cream of the crop, and my boy breeds them. He is dialed in. Not only that, he's dipping into the ball pythons and has amazing projects going on there, and he's starting to reveal what he's doing on his Instagram. So head over to Instagram. Go give him a follow. If you really want to become a possible basin owner, like if you really feel like, hey, I got money like that, and I got like the patience, and I really want to put in that kind of work, well, dude, go join his Patreon page, because that's the best way to ever get your hands get a basin from that man that he produced. So Alan, thank you so much for sponsoring the trap. You guys are amazing. You and your wife and the whole family. I appreciate you guys so much. Dude, God, still buzzing over the Reptile Super Show. Amazing time. Linked up with so many of my trappers. We had an epic fucking group picture as I wanted. But man, more importantly, I'm so happy a lot of you new keepers that got to go to your first show enjoyed it. Really, really good turnout, I feel like. And shout to Rami. Thank you so much for everything that you do. Cannot wait for the next show. And I cannot wait for the show in a couple weeks. That's Arlington, NARBC, Texas. Who's ready? I'm ready for Texas for sure, because I have like a whole trip planned. So even before Arlington, I'm flying into Austin and doing a podcast at a zoo. And that's all I'm going to say. But guys, NARBC, tap in with me. If you feel like you're on a VIP level, let me know. I gotta build, a couple Bill Stiegel wristbands in my drawer. Super VIP though. And there's an application you have to fill out. It's not easy, but if you feel like you have a chance, hit me up, because Bill has a couple invites that he's going to let me give out. So Arlington, I hope you're ready for fucking MJ and some trappers, because we're coming heavy. Let's see. US Art guys, please, let's go. There's some shit hitting the fan right now. You guys need to go down. You guys need to read about it. You guys need to help, contribute, do what you got to do. Become a member, please. Talk about it. Anything helps. US Art needs us, period. So please, guys, do your part. If you keep animals, you need to fucking help US Art. Stop. Like, seriously, I don't know what I wish I could bring someone on who's like really against US Art, or like openly. I know I've had a couple people on here who aren't really for US Art, And I wish I would have known that as they were on, but found out afterwards. But if anyone out there, if I invite you on and you're not down for US ARC, all due respect, tell me we're going to talk about that shit 110%. Don't make me get some hitters on here too. Anyways, guys, US ARC, especially if you're new, go check it out. I'm telling you right now, it's serious. They need our help. We need our animals. No one's touching our shit. Plain and simple. So, all right, if you guys need to get a hold of me, Instagram, best way. If you want to see what MJ's working with, as far as ball pythons, and I do have some other stuff going right now. I don't want to get ahead of myself, but, I got some super Dorfer tick eggs in the incubator. I have a boa that's due to lay in about 80 days. Fuck, there's some, I have a couple chondros that are looking okay. I don't want to get into that, but man, I have a lot of stuff going on. So if you guys are curious, if you're like, damn, does this guy do anything besides talk? Yes, I do. So go check out my Instagram, mjexoticscartal with an A, not an E. Check out the podcast's Instagram, Trap Talk with MJ podcast. Shout out to all my Twitch viewers. I see the Twitch viewers going up. Respect. If you like to sponsor, or not sponsor, sorry, I'm closed off on those. But if you like to just donate or anything to the channel, I mean, you guys have, and I appreciate it. I don't deserve it, but you guys like to donate. So fucking, if you're one of those people out there, well, then cool. Send it to Exoticscartal with an A, not an E, and I send that shit over to US ARC. Much appreciated. And then shout out to all my Patreon members. If you out there are fresh in the community, or you've been in the community, you just don't like your experience so far, do me a favor, go down to the Trap Talk Patreon page, join the family, come hang out with me and all my trappers. We're literally like a tight-knit family. We get together every day on the Discord. We just chop it up. It's a really tight thing that we got going on. And especially when it comes to shows, I link with all my trappers at the shows. But Zoom sessions every Sunday, very, very active when it comes to that. But if you out there want to get more out of this, more out of the podcast, you want behind the scenes shit behind the podcast, like I tell them everything. Go down to the link, Trap Talk Patreon page, join the Patreon family. Don't be a weirdo, and we're gonna have a good ass time. I appreciate all the love and support. I appreciate all the fucking just watching this. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. But we're gonna hit that like button, okay? I don't want to have to ask you to hit the like button, because Catherine deserves all the likes in the world, and she's gonna, you know what I'm saying? But what is good with the early birds? Who's here? All right, guys. Sorry, no, I'm talking a lot. Damn, we have Norway. You know what I like this channel? Because we have fucking people from Europe in the pad. This is my boy right here. What is good? Valhalla Serpens. And he also has an amazing podcast in Norway as well. Norskin Reptiles. Did I say that right, bro? I'm sorry. He's gonna hit me for that. But thanks for tapping in, bro. Angel Reptile Club, Patreon family member all day, every day. And he has some trap heat. What is good? Thanks for tapping in. Elite Exotics. Thanks for tapping in. Jacob, what is good? Player, Trap Talk Patreon family member, management team, actually, all day, every day. I don't really know what you do in the management team, but you're there. Thanks, Jacob. I love you. Deviant Glasses, full blow, some really, really sick ass pieces. Hit him up. Go hit him up on Instagram. 21st Century Reptiles, what is good? Thanks for tapping in. Dave Pothier. Damn, I'm sorry. Hey, how are you? Let's see. Who else is here? Texas in the building. Texas Kid Reptiles, what is good? X-ite ball pythons, that's cool. Oh, damn, who's this? Oh, another Norwegian. Did I say that right? Peter Schwartz in the building. What is good? Thanks for tapping in, Norway. I love it. Oh, look, it's Catherine. Wait, Catherine, I'll see you in a bit. Cuddle Time Critters, what is good? Let's see. Runyon, what is good? Thanks for tapping in. Let's see. Serpent Smith, the homie Dennis in the building. What is good, Dennis? This is Trap Talk Patreon family member all day right here. The Zoo Dream team right here. Go Getty Genetics. My boy just picked up some sick ass hypo stuff from your boy. Go check him out on Instagram. This dude's on a mission right here. He's making the Walmarts cracking. He's wearing one of these shirts at the Walmarts. He's fucking, dude, it's my boy right here. Check him out. Thanks for, dude, you're stay thugging, bro. I appreciate you so much. The General family all day, every day. Right here is my boy, one of my good friends in this. I appreciate you so much, General. We've been through the thick and the thin through all this, and I love you, bro. Thank you so much. Pride Pythons, what is good? Matt Summers, how do you feel? I am fucking tired, bro. Me and Matt Summers, this is my travel manager. He was along the whole delay ride and all that. I don't know why I got mad. Did I get mad at you? I feel like I did, but anyways, I love you, Matt. Thank you so much. It was an amazing time. My boy Matt, please go give my boy Matt. This is like my brother, dude. So if you fuck with me, you got to go fuck with my boy Matt. Hit him up on YouTube. Go hit him up on Instagram and go see what he's all about, because he has so much stuff that he's raising up, and diverse stuff, super dwarf stuff, ball python stuff, a chondro stuff. Did I say that? Did I say chondro? I'm sorry. Damn, my bad, Matt. I guess we shouldn't talk about that, right? Thanks for tapping in, bro. All right, let's see. I'm gonna got one more in me, and then I gotta get to the to my guest. Wide Awake Morphs, what is good? Thanks for tapping in. Let's go. All right, guys. Canada, what is good? I see Canada in the building. Oh, well, look. Okay, I got to give this guy. He's tapping in. What's up? How you doing, Mr. Ward? This fucking guy right here. This fucking guy right here. Listen, you're my boy, bro. Don't trip. Christopher Ward. Guys, Catherine, heard a lot. So many things about Catherine, man. You know, all positive things. And I don't bring enough females to the channel. You know, I mean, I do bring females to the channel, but not enough. So I'm excited for this one because she does hang out with the crew that is, I highly respect them. You know what I mean? So I'm down to pick her brain. I want to see what her experience been like so far in the hobby. I don't even know how long she's been in the hobby, but why don't we ask her? She's tapping in from Canada. Here she is right now. Catherine from Stellar Serpens. It's Serpens, right? No T?
Yeah, no T.
Why? Okay. Isn't there supposed to be a T? Am I tripping? Because I'm illiterate sometimes, so I don't know. So am I missing something?
It's actually a constellation, and it's called Serpens. So that's why.
I got it. Dude, Catherine, thanks for being here. It means a lot. How are you?
Thank you for having me. I'm good. How are you?
Doing good. I'm so curious, okay, because I you know, with all due respect, I started hearing your name anytime I had like Austin or like, you know, any kind of mutation creation team member on my show. So like as I did that, I'm just curious, well, how long has Catherine been involved with ball python? So, you know, for people who like me who don't know how long you've been involved, how far back did the ball pythons go with you?
So I started breeding. This will be my 3rd year.
Okay.
And I've been working for Billy for 1.5 years. It'll be 2 years in July.
Nice. Okay. We're going to talk about that. Don't trip. But let's see. You got into this game going. Okay. So it's breeding 3 years. For how long you've been keeping for?
5.
Okay. All right, cool. So you started picking things up and then you waited, obviously raised it up a couple years and then boom, started breeding, right?
No, I did it so wrong. I bought a male as a pet and then just bought a bunch of breeder females and then learned like that.
At least you just didn't buy a bunch of pet males.
Only one.
You know? Yeah. But that's good. Okay, so let me ask you, what kind of like influenced you to want to go, you know, the whole branding route? Because, you know, what you have going on is awesome. You have a brand, you have stuff that you post up consistently. So what motivated you to go that route?
Interesting question. I think I just got more into breeding and then I realized other people were doing it and I thought it was awesome what they were doing and I wanted to be a part of that and joining this community. And yeah.
So were there like any, like for me, right? Like what started me was I was like really depressed at one point in my life and I was so over everything. And I got a ball python because I had a ball python as a kid and I really missed one. So I got one and I was so curious why this ball python didn't look like just a normal one. I didn't know there was like morphs. I had no clue about morphs. So I fucking Google it, right? Like back then you just Google everything. I mean, people do it now, but now back then I believed in Google back then. This is like 2015 or something, you know, you just go to Google and sure enough, Brian Barczyk popped up and I just geeked out. Like, dude, I literally shut anything that was going on in my life. Like, and actually all the bad stuff, I like canceled it and I just would like find a way to buy one more snake and just continue to watch these videos. So that was kind of like my like big push into like me seeing this world. What was your push?
I've been keeping reptiles since I was younger. So I think once I got that ball python, it grew. And then like you were saying, watching YouTube videos constantly and just being in that every morning, waking up to Brian's videos and watching those. I was one of those.
So you're one. We're on the same like world. We're on the same spectrum, basically.
Pet tube.
Pet tubes.
Opened up everything.
How old are you, Catherine, if you don't mind me asking?
I'm 25.
Nice, 25. Okay, so and you basically got into this when you're 20, so pretty young age to get into the breed. I wish I got into this when I was a lot younger, but then again, if I did, I think I would have fucked it all up. So let me ask you right now, at this point, you work for Billy, or you work with at Billy's location, right? And then you manage your collection, what you have going on at home, right? So you have your stuff. So how big is your collection at home? What do you have?
I have only 50 snakes right now.
Cool.
I have a very small space that I'm looking at upgrading slowly. I want the snake to reinvest from the snakes I have and then build very slowly. I'm not looking to get a big location and just shove a bunch of snakes in it.
Right.
So I'm looking at ARS racks because that will up how many females I can have and just slowly go from there.
Nice. Okay, so like, let me ask you. Oh shoot, hold on, my damn computer's about to die. Oh, there you go. Oh, stupid, my damn charger's terrible. Let me ask you this. Right now, how many females do you have going a year? Like, what is your ratio right now?
So last year I had 5 clutches.
Tight.
This year I'm looking at 10 or 12.
So
And
you're
then I'm
doubling.
doing some split pairings as well.
So you're hoping to double things then.
Yeah, hopefully this year will be the good year.
So you got 5 clutches last year in 2021, right?
Yep.
And out of how many opportunities, like how many girls did you pair up?
6.
6. Oh, so you went for 5 for 6. Sick. All right, cool. And so now you're going what? You're looking to pair 10 girls this year or 11? How many are you looking to pair up this year?
Off the top of my head, I'm pretty sure it's around 10. Plus I have some split pairings that I'm doing. So
Dang. All right, tight. So what about your first year breeding? Because this is, you said 3 years, you've been doing it for 3 years. So let's talk about your very first year breeding. How many clutches did you get?
2. No, 3. I got 3.
And was that premeditated or was that kind of like on the whim and you're like, let me just pair these girls up and see what happens? Like how did those clutches go down?
I was very new, so they weren't the greatest pairings, but
Right.
I learned a lot from them. I lost my first clutch. I learned how to incubate and pull eggs and look for the signs. So I
Right.
still learned from it. So I think that was important, even if the animals I produced weren't
Right.
the quality I'd like them to be.
It's the qualities that's so important, you know what I mean? And I feel like I was very lucky to, because like in the beginning, I picked up my first couple snakes off Craigslist. That's all I knew. Like back then, that's all I knew. I was like, very just green with shit. Like I said, I went from like having something happen in my life to just wanting to get a snake again. And back then, Craigslist, like I sold a bunch of shit on Craigslist. Like Craigslist was a very thing I used for everything. So I just wanted to see if there was a snake on there. Sure enough, there was a ball python, and it was a ball python. It was a Mojave orange ghost. Still have her. Her name's Mercedes. She just laid like 2 clutches for me so far. But anyways, but like that, like led, like I kind of met somebody like that led to a relationship to somebody who really knew about the quality of these fucking snakes. And he put a couple females in my hand. He told me, dude, right now they're like 600-700 grams. In about a year or so, if you feed these right, they'll be ready to breed and they'll make this and that. And these were my base snakes. Like I had that Mojave orange ghost, then I got a super pastel cinnamon fire yellow belly, and this is 2015. So, and I didn't even realize what I had. I didn't know what I had until I started breeding shit, and I was like, oh my god, she has all this in there. But I felt right then and there I started getting like snobby with like what snakes I'm gonna have, like, and I only wanted good looking snakes. But back, the thing was, back then my dumbass didn't even know recessive codom. Like I was literally looking at snakes based off the looks and be like, I'm gonna put those two together and fucking make something sick. Like that's like that. I did that for the first year buying snakes. Like it was a mess. Like, and like, yeah. So I don't know. I ended up having 60 snakes that did not make any sense. So I had to like literally downgrade in half, but then use that money to get what I wanted for the stuff that I held back. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Yeah. So I mean, like, dude, there's this like, that was like my noob, like that's my like big green moment. But anyways, what I was going with that is so that was like my first year experiencing that. And then, like I said, those 2 females my buddy put in my hands that next year, they were big enough to breed. And I don't think I think I really wanted to breed that next year, but I was like, let me just see what happens. And sure enough, I got my first clutch, and that was 2019. Yeah. But I was like, dude, I'm holding this fucking whole clutch back. I don't even give a fuck what it was. It was actually 1 male and 4 females. So I was like, I don't care. I'm going to keep the whole clutch back anyways. And I still have those 4 females. The 1 male I ended up giving, I did a giveaway, and luckily it went to one of my Patreon members. So I still have tabs on that snake. But quality, it changed everything on how I look at this game. Plain and simple. If it's not quality, I don't want it. If it's not something that smacks through the phone, because you got to understand, Catherine, no snake picture does it justice compared when you see it in person. Like you have to see it in person. And what is intense about that, and you should know this because you work at Mutation Creation, but when I went to
I'm also a
Cabelka,
photographer, so
oh God, okay, yeah, so you get it. So when I went to Cabelka's, Catherine, I was like, my whole life was in HD vivid, like, yeah, I was microdosing too, but still, like, I was like, holy shit, like, what the, I just couldn't believe the intensity of a $20,000-$30,000 snake in person, you know, like, you understand it then, you know, like, it's insane, but quality is your best bet. Like, that should be your motive in this game, I feel like.
but I think we all have to start somewhere and learn, right? So sometimes you need to start at that low quality, and it makes you appreciate the journey so much more.
Yeah, you know, but at the end of the day, like, sometimes I feel like I talk about this all the time, Catherine. I feel like if you're really meant for something, things land in your lap. You know, like, opportunities will land in your lap. Look where you have mad opportunity right now. Look what you're on right now. You're on the fucking coolest reptile podcast in the world. I'm just kidding. No, but like, opportunities are everything, and it's really up to you what you do with those opportunities. And I just feel like you should never pass on quality. Does that make sense?
Like 100% agree.
So, okay, let's speed things up. So, year one, no, Brett, your first clutch was in year 1 or year 2? When did you have your first clutch?
When I say 3 years breeding, I had my first clutch 3 years ago.
Oh, my bad. You already said that. Okay, duh.
Yeah.
All right, so 3 years ago, you had your first clutch. When did you run into Billy? How did that happen? Let's kind of talk about that.
So one of my brother's friends was into snakes as well, so we were supposed to do a whole breeding loan together. Anyways, that didn't work out, and I ended up selling a bunch of snakes that we bought on Kijiji, which is our Craigslist.
All right, respect.
Through that, I met Tyler Douglas at Hyped Up Reptiles, and he introduced me to Billy, working for Billy. So in my first year of breeding, I met Billy.
Oh, really? Okay. And what was that like? Where was that at? Like, where did you guys meet at?
Billy needed somebody to clean, and it was during COVID, so all of my work was on hold. So Billy brought me in 2 days a week to clean the grow-ups, and eventually it just grew more and more and more, and now I'm there almost every day.
Damn. But see, like, I mean, I'm sure you were like, holy shit, like, I'm in a cool ass position right now. Like, you know, and you didn't even look at the grunt work as a bad thing. Like, you were willing to do it. And I feel like when you have that level of like, give me a tub, I'll scrub the shit out of that tub, I have no problem. Like that, you know, a lot of people like don't want to do that. Like, especially if you like I've tried having people help me and they don't clean like I clean. Like, you know, like if like, you know, not that they're in a rush, but like fucking care. Like, I don't have all day to sit here. You know what I mean? Like, we need to fucking clean and get moving, like with a passion, sort of, you know what I mean? But I'm sure Billy saw that in you, and he was probably like, holy shit, like, Catherine's a, you know, and you're a female, which is cool. Like I'm saying, like, it's awesome to see more diversity when, you know, when it comes to like males and females. Like, you know, what's funny right now? Oh my God. I don't know if you know, do you follow any other accounts besides ball python accounts? Like, you know, anaconda accounts and stuff like that. Like people who work with like other species. Do you mess with any of those accounts at all?
I think I've met people through the grapevine. So
right.
There are some, but not honed in on it.
So check this out. Congratulations, because this is the first time ever on this episode that somebody who I highly respect when it comes to a female keeper actually like commented and waved. I don't know if this is by mistake, Megan, because first off, this girl is so like thuggish in this reptile game. Like, she is so gangster at what she does. By the way, that logo is her anaconda wrapped around her, and she has an albino anaconda that she bred. She's such a badass. I'm telling you, dude, she's a badass. Trust me. Go check her out, Catherine. But anyways,
I will.
She's here right now, waving. Respect. I feel like she might be lost, but if you're not, Megan, thank you so much for tapping in and waving. This is sick. I'm telling you right now. This is like, I respect the shit out of this girl, and she's here. And she busts my balls a lot, and she doesn't follow me on Instagram, but I still love her. Megan, you're sick. I can't wait to hang out with you, and we have plans. You know what I mean? Microphone, you get it. All right. Thank you so much. I just had to say it. I like the girl power stuff, man. We need more of it. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it's great. I've met so many women in this hobby and constantly bringing each other up. It's amazing. Right.
So, okay. So, I mean, currently right now, do you have any female keepers that you like are in taps with or that you talk to at all? Or like, what's your circle like right now? But besides the MC crew?
I've I don't know. I just kind of talk to people everywhere. I try not to only stick to one clique, and I'm open to meeting new people. And
That's tight.
yeah, I don't have anyone I'm in cahoots with.
That's you gotta be cool to everyone. You know what I mean? That's just how it works. Especially because like, you know, the old mentality, how keepers used to be, they used to like hoard information and not want to give it out. Like all that's different. You know what I mean? Like we're all in this together now, you know, like there's no sense of like trying to like be against shit that we're all trying to accomplish, you know? But anyways, so right now, obviously, you know, you begin, you know, your position at Billy's is currently what? Are you still busting tubs or like what are you doing right now, Catherine?
I clean still.
Hey, respect.
I think that's always something you have to do, because even if, no matter how much help Billy brings in, if somebody gets sick or somebody's having a bad day, you still need help. So cleaning bins is something I think we'll always have to do, but it's everything else that makes it worth it. So
Right.
constantly learning. I help Billy with sales. So me and him will sit down. I'll help him price. So I'm learning how to price from Billy, which is awesome.
Right.
I do the pictures. I'm very involved with the husbandry pro stuff, finding out how it works, how we can use it to the best of basically what we need it for, how to make it better. I help Billy a lot, just keeping organized and staying on top of things.
Right. Well, that's good. I mean, but here's the thing, like Catherine, it kind of dawned on me like when I actually put you on, because like I have like a roster on my phone, like my notes. Like if I somebody who I want to bring on, I just put their name down and eventually I get to them, right? So you want to know what made me want to put your name down?
No.
Okay. You don't want to know?
No, like I don't know why. I want to know.
My bad. I misheard myself. I'm so sorry. Fuck. I have hardly any sleep in me. But anyways, so I had Billy on the most recent podcast I had with Billy. You know, he was kind of like, you know, he was going through some stuff, right? He was kind of just burnt out, you know, and just kind of talking how he needs to kind of sit back a little bit and just kind of regroup. And you know, one thing he was really upset about, you know, and I could hear in his voice, like he was really, really upset that you had to, you know, be the leader and basically clean the bathroom, you know, and pick up after boys and whatnot. And he thought that you didn't have to do that. And I feel like you shouldn't be the only one having to do that, but I feel like you wanted to be a leader and you took the initiative. Like nobody, you know, I don't know. Did anyone force you to do that? Or did you just felt like, fuck this, I'm going to clean it because I'm sick of it being like this? Like what went on during that time?
Yeah, basically, like it started at the old facility. They would be like, "Oh, you don't want to use the washroom here. Like, go across to Tim Hortons." And then at the new facility, I stayed on top of cleaning one of the bathrooms, and that was the one I used because I don't want to be sitting where, like, I've made jokes about putting targets in the seats,
Right.
like in the toilet.
Oh yeah, pee here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I like things organized, and if I'm in an environment that's scattered, I feel scattered.
Right.
So it's keeping things clean and being on top of things.
Well, and then I mean, I'm sure you spent a lot of time there too, so it's kind of like your second home in a way. I'm sure, right? Like I'm sure you're there a lot. So, you know, with me, like I didn't give a fuck about cleaning up after nobody but myself until I was in the gym industry. Like I started working for 24-hour fitness, and I was literally like doing really well and about to become a, you know, this is right before I became a general manager. And I saw like the biggest thing that really helped anyone become noticed, you know, to be a GM is when they just picked up things right away. And like, I picked up puke. I picked up fucking like nasty shit at a gym just because like, I knew if I did that and I set that example, when I'm not there and that shit happens, someone's going to pick it up, and they're not going to be like, well, fuck, they're not going to look at each other and be like, oh, well, you know, no one else picks it up. Nah, fuck that. They know if that shit goes down, I'm there, I'm picking it up, you know? So I thought, I was like, dude, Billy, you're lucky. You got somebody who's like setting good examples, and a good environment just makes a better workplace, period. Like, you know, a cleaner environment, I should say. And I'm super OCD with that shit. Like, I'm a pretty clean dude. Like, you know, I'm just saying, like, yeah, I burp and shit and do other stuff, but I'm just saying, like, you know, I have OCD the way my clothes are like put away. Like, I just like clean situations, you know? So, but it really helped me realize what really made me excel at becoming a general manager at that time was just fucking learning to learn to do the stuff that no one else liked to do. And that's picking up after someone. Like that's what it is. Like I had members come in feeling entitled, throwing their towels on the floor, like literally not giving a shit. You know what I mean? And I had to suck up my pride and just be like, yo, this gym is my second home. So what do I got to do? If I was at home, I would clean it. So I get it.
I get it. I used to work at a gym too.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Oh my God. I met my wife at a gym. That's how I pulled my wife, was at a gym. Do you know that? You want to hear the story how I pulled my wife?
Go for it.
All right. So before I became a GM, I was a not fitness manager, but I was a sales manager, and I sold a lot of personal training. Like, dude, I was the man at selling personal training. Like, you know what they would do? I would have a fresh box of tissues on my desk, because literally I would make people break down and cry. Like either because they're happy they finally did it and they're like taking the next step, or I'm calling out on their bullshit and they're fucking just so mad that they're like literally going to make a really bad decision and walk away because of money. But anyways, shit went down. But my wife, she was she was still in college, but she was fresh out of personal training school and like getting her cert and all that stuff. And yeah, man, like I was in charge of all the, anything that I bought, anything that I got, like new customer wise, like new client wise, I was able to pick who I wanted to give it to, trainer wise. So when I knew she was new and I knew she was cute and I knew she didn't have extensions and I liked her, and she was a Raider fan and I was a Raider fan, all these things clicked. I just started giving her all these clients and boom, boom, boom. And then, she's like looking around like, how's this happening? And I'm just waving at her. And that's how that happened. So I had the fitness industry to thank. Thank you.
That's cute.
Anyways, that's my story. What's your background with fitness? Like, that's cool. I want to hear about why you're in the gym industry.
So I always played sports in school, and when it came to picking what I wanted to do with my life, the first thing I actually went into was fitness and health. So
Wow.
I got into that, and it's not something I stuck with, but I still work out for my personal gain. I don't mind training friends and helping them out.
Respect.
But I love lifting, and it's a way to relax. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, like I have so many injuries that like I lift heavy, so it hurts. Like, I sometimes fuck myself up. Like I love squatting heavy and shit. That was my thing, but the pain became not fun. And I just didn't know how to just chill. Like, I started rolling and stretching and stuff, but like, you gotta, to really roll, you gotta spend like 30 minutes doing it. And I'm just like, I gotta go. You know what I mean? I'm just the worst person when you're supposed to stretch and all that, but I do it, especially because I'm getting older and you have to. But anyways, yeah, I don't know what the fuck where I was going with that. I was gonna talk something about, what was that? What were we just talking right before that? I do this once an episode where my mind just goes. Oh well. Guess what? Another cool person in the building. Do you follow my boy Joel, State 48 Exotics?
Maybe.
You should. He's been really quiet, like super quiet. And I miss you, man. I mean, I do tap in with him every now and then. It's my boy Joel, but he has an amazing pied collection, gravel pied stuff. Like, oh man, this is my boy Joel. Anyways, I haven't seen him in a while. I just thought I'd, shout him out because this is my boy. And I hope I see you at some show soon, Joel. And yeah, like I said, he's kind of the originator, because Catherine, I don't know about you, but when I first started in this hobby in I would say I legit started in 2016 going to 2017 as far as like opening up an Instagram where it's about my snakes. That was like 2017. So, I did meet some good friends. I met some people and, obviously the group was pretty big. And then as time went on and as moves I was making was moving, that group got small. Like people just either stop talking to me, they fall off, they just, you know what I mean? Haters are haters. What are you going to do? Right. But how's it been for you? Like, how's the community treated you so far? Like as a whole, you feel like, I just curious on what your experience has been like.
It's been pretty welcoming. There's definitely people you fall closer to, but there's also people you get close with and then you fall off with. So there's that balance, but it's keeping respect and just
keeping it moving. Yeah, that's awesome. So let's talk about as far as what you have planned moving forward on, your upcoming seasons, right? Because you're looking at 10 clutches. And I know you're kind of like on the slow growth, but in a perfect world, if things were going to go in your way, how many more clutches are you looking to go up each year? Like, what are we looking at here?
I honestly don't think that far ahead. I think if I have maybe 20 plus clutches, but not over 50, I think I'll be comfortable.
Dude, I feel like if you're doing it by yourself, 50 is like the number. I feel like, and I feel like even that's gonna be like, whew, you know what I mean? So it's respect. I'm on the same growth like goal as well. I would like to get to 50 and just chill at 50 and just, be cool with it. Because at the end of the day, I do want to hold back stuff, you know what I mean? And I don't have like I don't want to say I'm good on space, and I know there's things I could make room with, but like shit, in 5 years from now, I'm gonna need a lot more space for sure, 110%. So, and I can't do that, that's why I can't just be like, oh, I need to get to 100 clutches, and like, because people don't understand, like, you could get to 100 clutches if you're investing right and things happen. Like, dude, yeah, you get there as fast as you want, but like, what happens once you get there? Do you have people to buy all your snakes? Are you ready for all that shit? Like, did you build all the right?
It's a lot of work.
It's so much work. And the one thing that stresses me out, and dude, I don't even sit on snakes. And people who follow me know my shit sells quick. But still, if I even have a snake that I'm keeping for like a month or two, like I don't like it. Like I hate sitting on snakes that I know I want to sell. I don't get like stressed out. I mean, I don't get like desperate, but like I just couldn't imagine having like racks of just snakes. And I'm just like, dude, I haven't even posted these on Morph Market yet. Like, what the fuck? Like that just sounds like it could take the fun out of things in my opinion. I don't know. So that's why that 50, balance, that 50 number, especially because I work with other species too, dude. Like I'm trying to breed chondros. I'm trying to breed emeralds. So balance is everything, like, I don't know. Do you work with anything else besides ball pythons, or do you have ambitions to work with any other species besides ball pythons?
I have a pair of hogs. I'm trying to test out if that's something I want to do before I go all in.
So those ones.
And then
get into chondros. You look like a chondro girl, man. I feel like you could get into chondros. You like chondros?
Yeah.
Ooh,
maybe
you do?
One day.
Ooh.
Maybe one day.
Okay, I have a couple good homies that I'm like my goal, because I would love to have some of my work like spread out, like, you know what I mean, like some of my bloodline in Canada would be great. And I got a couple like, my boy Khalil 514. You heard of Khalil? It's my boy. We're in the best hair club for men. We do a lot. We get hated on just because how good our hair is. That's what it goes down. But I'm my goal. He's for like 3 years now. He's asked me to make him a chondro, and I'm getting closer and closer. I don't know. Could be still another 3 years, but if I ever get to that point, Catherine, and things are going well in your life, and you're like, yeah, MJ, I still fuck with you. I'm gonna send you a chondro. Okay, how about that?
Sounds good.
But you have to get rid of the hog noses. Get rid. I'm just kidding. My Patreon members get so upset because I got some hog nose breeders in there. I love you guys. I'm kidding.
Personal preference.
Listen. They're not as bad as sand boas.
Don't have any of those.
They just like worms. I just want a snake. Okay, snakes are prehistoric to me. Okay, and honestly, like the thing about sand. We're talking about sand boas, right? That's what you were. Okay. Sambo is like, do you ever play Mario Brothers? Like, did you ever fuck with Mario Brothers? Do you know that like they look like a Mario Brothers creature, like straight up, and which is cute. Don't get me wrong, but I want a snake. Like, I don't want a cartoon creature. But listen, they are cool. They have awesome traits. They do some sick ass shit. I mean, they are cool. I mean, I'm just like, I like to like throw little jabs because I've always done that with the hog noses. So that's cool. Listen, if it works out and you like it, fuck it, roll. It's cool, dude. Take it. That's what I say. Fuck what anyone else says. If you love it, then do it. That's what I say. So let me ask you this, Catherine. Right now, there's a lot of different, ways of feeding, adult snakes. Your adult ball pythons. Like some people don't believe in feeding mediums and anything bigger than a small. What do you feed your adult snakes, if you don't mind me asking?
My males will get a wean or a small. I usually will alternate depending on the week. I do big feedings every other week and then smaller feedings in between. And sometimes I'll just take a week off. My adult females, I'll usually do a medium rat bi-weekly, but it also depends on my supplier and how big those mediums are.
Is supply ever an issue for you sometimes? Like, do you ever go through a drought with rodents?
Yeah, not because breeders don't have anything, but the rat breeders I like don't live close.
Right.
So it's finding that quality that I'm used to, or yeah, balance.
Balanced, right. And
But
as
I
far as
feed frozen, so I just buy in bulk and keep my freezer full.
oh, that's tight. And you know, as far as frozen goes, I mean, as your collection gets bigger, are you going to always try to just stick to frozen thought, or do you ever see yourself like breeding rodents or like go in that route?
I would love to breed rodents, but it takes a lot of time, and I'm not sure I will have the time for that. I work 4 or 5 jobs. I don't have time for that.
Dude, the rodents literally is that's gonna test you for sure. And I'm thankful that I did rodents for the first 2 years, 3 years. 3 years I bred rodents, and it was like it made the snake work a fucking walk in the park. It was a breeze. Like I was like, I couldn't wait to go to the snakes. You know what I mean? And this is after doing like 4 hours of rodents. I would still go do 3 hours of snakes because like I was just happy to beat the snakes, you know. And this is when I had a 9 to 5 and I was working all these hours. So I had to do my rat and snake day in the same day. I had no choice. You know what I mean? But damn, those days were long. I'm talking like backbreaking, like, you know, like I'm trying to get it done. But then like I'm somebody who has to like that. I was like, that tub had to be fucking spick and span. Like I got rid of every dry piece of shit on that fucking tub. That was because my OCD I was telling you about. Like I would sit there with the hose and just spraying it and then just like chipping things off. Like so that took extra long, you know. But you know, I stayed on top of my rodent chores every like once a week, dude. I never let that shit go past. I've had it go past by accident. Worst thing ever. That shit will mess up your room. Dude, they smell, man. They fucking reek. Like, ugh. Like, I don't miss it. I don't miss it at all. I fucking fell in love with the rat pups. They're so cute. It was the saddest thing ever, dude. Dude, I don't know. I don't ever. I feel like I will eventually start breeding rats at some point in my life again because where I want to go in this game, and it's only going to make sense. But god damn, I don't miss that. I don't miss picking out my rat pups. I wanted to hold back so many rat pups, and then they got big and ugly, and they're like, oh fuck it, you know. But still, like sometimes you had to kill them when they were young, you know, and it's like I would get sad. Like I would be mad and shit, you know, like it messed me up.
Even sometimes you have to get the live ones to feed hatchlings, and
yeah, you do. You just toss
sometimes it's so hard.
Yeah, and you know, when it's my hatchling, I'm like, I'd rather my hatchling live than this. So it is what it is. I don't give a fuck. But like, you know, back then I was like feeding things I was just raising, you know, like so I was just and I was spending so much more time with the rodent, you know, like I was like literally like taking, you know, I was mothering them basically.
It's a pet.
Yeah, it's a fucking pet. And then they're being so cute and like, you know, like, and I had this rule where if they bit me, I'd fucking murk them. Like if they bit me, they're done, you know, like you're fed off. And so a lot of them were just pretty chill for the most part. Even I had these rodents that were like fucking gigantic, like, and they were so cute. Oh man, the day I had to kill them all off, it was so sad. It was the saddest day ever. And all I did was toss them to like all these mainly retics. Oh my god, it was like a horror movie, dude. I don't want to relive it. Why'd you do this, Catherine? This is your fault.
You did this to yourself.
So let me ask you this: what's your opinion? Because like, you know, I don't know how. I mean, I do kind of know how things are in Canada, but for the most part, everything's so fragile on how animal content's being put out. And what I mean is, like, I remember coming into this hobby and thinking putting a live feeding video was cool. Like, fuck, look at this, you know, and like. I feel like that's kind of like a thing that's not helping any of us in any situation or like showing live feedings. But like, are there anything that you feel like social media wise does that you feel like could tone down or like you wish wasn't so exploited that's making us look bad that you could think of?
Not really. I think it's more people just need to be more aware of what they're posting and see it from a different perspective.
Right.
And if you're going to post something that's iffy, but it's for educational purposes, maybe put more effort into that educational part. Let people know this is why you're doing it. So even if it's taken out of context, you can refer back and be like, hey, no.
Right. Right. Respect. Now, let me ask you this, Catherine, with what you have going on in your projects, like what are some of the things you're most excited about? Like what are some things that you're breeding this year that you're looking to hatch out, hopefully?
Finally gonna produce visual recessives. So I think that's just a big step for me. My clown project is what's going to bloom the most this year. So I'm super excited for that. Make some double hets. I have ultramel stuff and I have enhancer stuff. So making double het clown enhancer, double het clown ultramels. That'll be fun. And I can actually produce visual ultramels as well. So,
dude, can you like school me a little bit on the enhancer? What exactly is the enhancer and what is it like? What's the trait for it? Like, if you could kind of spiff me up on that.
I'm not going to say they're exactly the same because there are visual differences in DG and enhancer.
Right.
They're from the same line, I think, but DG has darker blacks and then it'll turn more brownish where enhancer is more yellow. So the blacks will be duller, but the snake is brighter. So it's basically what you prefer. And in different combos, it looks different.
Oh, that's sick. And it's a recessive or is it a codom? I'm sorry.
Enhancer, it's a recessive.
Okay.
It's the same as DG or similar to DG.
Oh, got it. Okay. Respect. All right. Now, I mean, do you have any DG stuff or are you just on the enhancer tip?
I'm only have enhancer right now just because people are trying to decide how to go about mixing them or keeping them separate. So I'm going to keep it separate for now. Maybe in the future I'll mix it or have both lines running. But for now, it's just enhancer.
So we're talking another ultramel monarch situation, basically, right?
But DG and enhancer are compatible.
Oh, that's sick. I was going to ask that. Okay, cool. Respect. Is there DG Okay, hold on. Do you have DG enhancer stuff that we could look at? Who has DG enhancer?
I have one snake I bought as an enhancer, but I think it's a DG enhancer.
Let me see. Who out there that you know of that's like working with DG enhancer a lot? Like that, do you know?
A lot of people won't say it's mixed. So they'll call it DG even if it's DG enhancer or enhancer. So it's very hard to find.
Do you have that snake on your page at all?
No. I don't post her.
You don't post her? Why is that?
No, she has a really small head. And,
really?
She kind of like has mini seizures, so I don't think she's something I'll breed in the future.
Oh, damn, that sucks to hear. I'm so sorry.
Oh, it's okay. It's part of it, right? Sometimes you buy something not knowing what it is, and you trust people, and then
it's just rare you hear this with ball pythons. You know what I mean? It happens. Don't get me wrong, but it's just like, it's when you're trying to experiment and see how things work. Do you feel like that's always going to be the case if you do that? Enhancer to DG will always create. Do you think that's like a genetic thing from doing that, or do you just feel like that just was the luck of the draw of the snake from the way it was?
Could have been an incubation issue. Like, I don't know, and the people who sold her to me have no intention of talking about it. So,
whatever.
Yeah. Chris just said that Corey Woods works with DG Enhancer, Cross Visuals.
Oh, what? The homie Corey Woods? That's my boy. Corey Woods.
So you probably find them on Morph Market.
The G. Yeah, I just typed in. I didn't find him on Morph Market. I didn't see him, but let me see if I can find him on his page. But anyways, let me ask you this. It's Corey Wood, man. He's been around for a minute. Like, this guy, he literally has the same freaking profile pic. It makes me laugh. Since like I started, which was like I said, 2016, 2017. But who in Canada other than Billy that like you kind of like looked at and or like kind of followed and kind of got influenced off their projects? Anyone else that you could think of?
Will's a big one.
Respect.
RCR.
Yep.
Yeah. The way he builds his projects, and he's very good at it, and learning from what you see him do is great. And he's a really nice person as well.
He is very nice. I love Will. Very kind. I love it when he comes to visit. You know what I mean? It's like he's like a boss, you know what I mean? Like a head boss or some shit.
I've only met him, I think, 3 times, and the second time we met, he just asked me questions, and I think that like he showed interest, which was nice. And
he's just one of those guys to where if you get he's one of those guys where if you get a chance to sit down and talk to him, like you guys are really gonna like you're gonna get a lot of information from him. You know what I mean? Like he'll go in, So that's cool. Any chance I get a chance to chop it up with Will, especially in person, I take advantage of it for sure. So let me ask you this: if it's one thing Will does right, I don't know about right, man. He does it to hit right to his favor, but his holdback game is heavy. Like, he don't fuck around. Like, he loves holding his shit back. So what's your game plan with your holdbacks? How do you, when you hatch a clutch, right? Like, let's say you hatch 10 eggs. When you're looking at the eggs, what are you thinking? Like, how many holdbacks are you wanting? Are you just looking to get 1, 2? Like, what's your game plan when it comes to holdbacks?
So it'll be this year that I'm going to have to actually sit down and think about that when I hatch things. So I haven't gotten there yet.
All right.
But I think it's just going to be, what do I need? What am I going to regret selling later? And just hold back what's going to work best for me.
Nice. Now, as far as like, because you're up north, obviously it's cold as shit, right? So do you ever run into any issues like with heating or stuff like that? Or like, how do you implement the heat, and like, how do you control the temperature in your room?
I don't have my room temperature controlled, so I'm going off of heat tape, and that's fun. The goal is to get a temperature controlled room eventually. So basically, we haven't had any power outages, but I have a backup generator that if I need to use, I can pop that in. And then I keep a lot of heat packs around.
Nice.
So if we have a power outage, at least I can use heat packs.
Yeah, something like just a backup for a backup type thing. That's smart. You got to have that. Because, I mean, it gets pretty cold where you're at, obviously. Like, it gets, like, cold.
Yeah. We had so much snow last week. I walked outside and it was up to my waist.
Dude, I had snow barely on the soles of my shoes, and I was over it. I was like, fuck this. I was freezing balls, dude. Like it felt like I had needles in my hands. I was like, because I was carrying bags. We had to park across like the street in this parking structure and like walk on this ice. I'm slipping and like, dude, it was crazy. I was like, what the fuck? Like, people live in this? Like, this is bizarre. Like, I couldn't believe it. God.
People live in much worse.
I know. It was wild. It was crazy as shit. I was not prepared. Matthew had his Doc Martens. He had his boots on. He was ready to rock. I didn't. I had some Nike shoes. Actually, no, I showed up with Crocs. I'm an idiot. I literally showed up with Crocs. I had socks on, but still, Crocs. What the fuck? What was I thinking? I need to stop leaving I keep leaving to the airport way too high in the mornings, and I don't dress up accordingly sometimes.
Check the weather where you're going, not where you are.
Real. Yeah, I mean, I was like, I knew, okay, pack jackets, but like, hello, dude, like, you know you're about to walk in the snow when you walk out of the airport. And sure enough, fuck.
And if your feet are cold, you're cold. Dude,
I was freezing balls. Let me just tell you that. Like, it was nuts. Like, and even as I was getting warm, I was still cold. Like, it was a different level of coldness. I'm a Cali boy, dude. I run hot all the time. And whatever. Props to you if you guys could do that. Because I love I was in Pennsylvania. I have all my Italian sides from Pennsylvania, so I love going back there. But I haven't been back there since I was a kid when it was snowing, so I just don't remember what it felt like to be in snow. Like, it's cold, like it's really cold.
Yeah,
but
I'm just looking out the window and seeing the snow. I'm not going
it's beautiful.
Outside.
Snow's beautiful. Don't get me wrong. I love the snow. Like, look at it and stuff like that. I mean, don't get me wrong. It's beautiful. If you're dressed appropriately, you're gonna enjoy it. That's for sure. But if you're wearing Crocs like me, you're not gonna enjoy it. That's for sure. Let me ask you this, Catherine. Do you have any hopes to come to the U.S. and like show up to a show, or like do you even do shows? Let's talk about reptile shows.
I will go to shows. I haven't vended my own yet. We have a show coming up in February. Chris said I can put some animals on his table, so that'll just be my cross into that. I would love to come to the States and go to a show, and it's definitely in the cards in the future. Just gotta find people to go with.
But I mean, if it worked out, you would like to have your own setup someday. You'd like to be vending at shows. Like, that's something you look forward to do.
Yeah, I think it's fun. Even just being behind Billy's table, you're talking to people, you're meeting people. A lot of people you meet online, and then they show up to these shows, and you finally get to meet them. It's awesome.
Right. Now, let me ask you this. Well. Let me ask you this right now. What's going on? Obviously, with with good production, like when you have good results and you're obviously selling snakes, you know, you get this thing start flowing in that's called snake money, you know, or AKA monopoly. Garrett Hartle calls it monopoly money. But you start getting this money and then you're thinking like, well, what do I need? What am I looking to do? So let me ask you this. If you're in a position and you're looking to like, you know, do something to the project and add something, what would you add? Like what are some things that you don't have that you would love to have or love to add?
If I had the money and they were available, I would get a loaded, well, as loaded as it can be, because a lot of people still haven't made them, clown ultramel, and just work that into my collection, because I have so many of each with those double hets that I want to make this year. That would just push me so far ahead.
I could get one. I know some.
I don't have the money for it. Don't tempt me.
Because you're right, not a lot of people do it. Like this guy's, he's one of the few who are dropping this heat, and he's like one of my good boys, like one of my homies. Can you guess? No, you give up?
No, it went. The connection lost for a second, so I didn't hear most of what you said.
Oh, can you guess who I'm talking about?
Off the top of my head, no.
Okay, it's my boy Marshall Mendez. Yeah, but check this out, Clown Ultramil.
So nice.
So beautiful, huh? And like this is also a snake. When you see it in person, it looks way more fucking sicker than what you're seeing.
I can imagine. Yeah.
It's nuts. And then he's actually have like, dude, he has this with gravel going like this year. Like it's, dude, he's doing some nutty stuff with this. You have no idea. Do you follow my boy Marshall at all? Red Mountain Herps. Do you follow him?
No, I'm gonna have to go follow him.
Please do. It's my boy. It's one of my good homies. And like I said, you know, we were talking about chondros. Since we have his page up, I guess we'll just look. You want to look at some of his chondros?
Let's go for it.
Oh God! All right, you asked for it. Here he is.
So nice.
Versace. This snake is 20 years old.
It's beautiful.
No, this is not Versace. My bad. This is a female. I was like, hold on, that's not Versace. I'll show you Versace, but look at his productions, man. Like that snake will stay yellow. You know what I mean? Like normally a snake would become more green, but like that snake's only going to become more yellow with like those black dots. Those black dots will come in, but you know, normally, I don't know if you notice with green tree pythons, they become either when they're born, they're either red or yellow when they first come out of the egg. And then they within the next couple of years, they transition to some sort of green tone or green with something. Well, this thing's not turning green. It's going to be yellow. It's pretty nuts, right?
That is really cool.
And he also
I love the teal ones.
Like the blue ones. See, look, told you. See, look, I wasn't lying, Catherine. I don't fake the funk. See, look, that's my boy. Told you. I was at it. That's Alabama. He's in Alabama. Also works with emeralds and stuff like that as well. Let me see. I want to show you some other snakes that he has. Oh, here's some other ultramel clown stuff that he has hatched out. This is the first ultramel clown that he's ever hatched out.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Wait, no, first one of the year. I'm tripping. My bad, Marshall. No disrespect. I think he hatched out. No, he hatched him out a long time ago. My bad. I think the first one he hatched out was 2012. That's pretty nuts, huh? And I'm pretty positive he has blade in his in this. Like, doesn't it look like this is blade?
Yeah, it's very clean.
Yeah, I showed this to the homie Austin. You know, obviously, fucking Morph King. You know, he helps me idea shit all the time. Thank you, Austin. I appreciate you. You like Austin?
Yeah, we're good.
Yeah,
we're good.
Yeah, we're good. He's all right. Oh my God. So okay, ultramel clown would be like a huge thing you like to add. What about like, let's say you were to get that check, what would be something else? Like, let's give me your top two.
Like new projects?
Just like, okay, so I mean, as far as something you would like to add, if money was not an issue and you're like, I could fucking buy that if I want, other than ultramel clown, what's something else you would add or get? Like, I just want your top two.
I really want to get into lace. So I think that's where I would spend a lot of money.
You nailed it. I need lace so bad. Lace is sick. I really like lace.
Yeah, it's beautiful. When Billy imported the white lace yellow belly het clown, I think it was. So beautiful. Like that thing came out of the box and we were like, holy shit.
Right. Now, okay, I have to ask you this. When, I mean, obviously the first year breeding, like especially when you have eggs in incubator, it's pretty nerve-wracking. I'm sure when it's like closer to time and you're looking at the eggs, how did your first clutch go for you as far as like, did they come out healthy? Did they come out okay? Did you like have a couple like mishaps happen? Like what kind of break down your first clutch?
So my first 2 clutches went super well. And then I thought I had the third one in the bag. And that clutch, it was the last clutch that I had that year. All the babies hatched, and then 3 out of the 5 just dropped dead at different times too.
Oh,
so
shit.
I don't know what was wrong. Yeah. So learning that lesson was hard, but I think it was needed.
Definitely needed. Definitely needed, because here's the thing. Like I said, you don't get a lot of like with me, ball pythons was not dying on me in the beginning. What died on me were chondros. Like I went from ball pythons to chondros to emeralds, but I was getting imports and they were just dying on me. And based off, I didn't do nothing wrong. They were just dying. And I was like getting really upset because it wasn't really the money, but this is a snake that I've been wanting forever. Like I was obsessed with chondros. Never thought I would ever own a chondro. And then I find a guy to sell me chondros and then they're dying on me. So I'm just like, what the fuck? But then
they're also animals, and not knowing what's wrong kind of affects you.
But then here's the thing too, Catherine, when you're taking a gamble like an import, more than likely it's going to die. Like that's it. And I had to learn to accept that. Like I had to be like, all right, if I'm going to continue to buy fucking an imported chondro, I can't be mad if it dies. Like that's what it's going to probably happen more than likely. So I started accepting the fact and not being so worried about that happening and just being worried about acclimating it and getting it like eating and shitting and shedding and being normal, to where, you know, a lot of my imports started just making it and they were doing good. But then when a ball python, like, you know, it would be unfortunate, but like I just had my first ball python roll on me like last year, like just one. It just beautiful fucking banana leopard pied. I don't know what the fuck happened. Like looked great. I came back, it was just rolled over, and I was like, what the fuck? But I feel like if it wasn't for the chondros, I think I would have lost my mind. I really do, because I mean, no offense, but for the most part, ball python breeders as a whole are like, they're softies. Like they don't experience a lot of death. They don't experience a lot of like terrible tragedy. Like, what the fuck? How did this happen? I mean, obviously when you have a mass collection, yeah, things happen. But for the most part, ball pythons are hardy. Like they're a fun snake to work with. Like listen, you could have fun with ball pythons and keep it fun. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, dude, shit happens, man. And you just can't take it personal. Like you got to keep it moving. Like you can't let it get in your head, and you got to like charge it to the game. I always have a saying, if something dies, is charge it to the game.
Yeah. And having people in the hobby who let people know when things like that happen, and let you know that it's okay and it's not your fault, and it helps a lot too.
Right. Well, that's cool. I mean, at the end of the day, like without losses, you can't get your wins, you know, or you don't even appreciate your wins without losses. Like you got to take the hits. You know, I was kind of like, all right, bring a fucking dead snake on. Like I wish I dare it to die on me type of thing. Like almost expecting it. It was more of like I expected to die, and then like with me just being so on top of it, like it just, you know, a lot of them just made it out. And I'm sitting in a room with shit. I have 23 chondros in this room. 17 of them are imports. That's pretty good. You know? But am I adding any more? Fuck no. I have not added it. My last snake that I added was almost 2 years ago. And mind you, that snake came with another snake that's in the freezer. So done. I'm good. I'm at this point. I'll make my own chondros because I have enough females, and if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. At least I have a good friend named Socrates, or Bill Stiegel. I have someone who was sent, but I'm not going import route. I'm saying this now, and I guarantee I'm going to see one at a show. I'm going to lose my mind. God damn it, Catherine. This is your fault again.
I'll take it.
Okay, so real quick, Catherine, what's your? I mean, obviously you're a snake. You're a snake girl, reptile girl, but do you love any other animals besides reptiles? Any other passion animals?
With animals, not really. Like, I'd love to get a dog, but I can't have a dog right now. But that's kind of as far as it goes.
That's a
I love
child.
animals in all, but
Right.
I keep reptiles.
Dogs are like adopting a child, just so you know. So you're gonna treat it like a child because that's the only way. Like you could get
It
it
is
to
a
really.
child.
Yep, you get it. Now, other than that, like what's kind of like an exotic species other than the chondros, right? Like, so let me ask you this, because breeding's fun, right? So if you were to get a chondro, would you, and I know you're not one to like look that far down the road, but like would the next species would be something you'd want to breed, or are you just content breeding ball pythons, do you think?
If I were to get another species, I think I'd want to work with that species and make sure I like it before going all in. So
Right.
if I were to get a chondro, I'd want to make sure that I can take care of that and I know that animal before I think about breeding.
Right. Okay, that makes sense. Now, let me ask you this. You have Instagram, right? Do you do Facebook?
I don't have a Facebook for my snake stuff.
You're good.
No.
You ain't missing out. Don't worry. What about YouTube? You do YouTube?
I don't. I'm not
Are you-
big on. I'm still getting used to the whole camera thing.
Well, you're killing it.
I-
You're killing it today.
Sweating.
It is a lot of work.
Maybe eventually getting into YouTube, but right now I want to focus on my animals and just be happy doing that, and then take on more work in the future.
Let me ask you this. What is it like seeing Billy in action? Like, when I'm sure you've seen him when the camera's on, and I'm just curious. I know he's the same when it's off, but like, what is it like when he's like, cutting a clutch and he's fucking just like coming, like the child comes out of him? I mean, have you experienced that yet? Like, what is that like? I'm just curious.
Yeah, I don't know. Like when it's a really good clutch, he's like, okay, guys, come. When we're all like standing there waiting. It's just like watching it on YouTube, but then when the camera's off, it just continues, right?
It just doesn't stop.
No. Yeah, I don't know. It's exciting because you put so much work into that as well as a team.
Right.
You're part of that.
Right.
So.
Well, listen, Catherine, I have a wrap-up question for you before we get into the hot seat questions. You're almost done, and I'm sorry, but the hot seat questions, I mean, you're gonna be okay. Like I have someone. I think Austin's on his way with the stretcher. I'm just kidding. You're gonna be fine. But listen, I have a wrap-up question for you, only because you've been in this just as long as I have, and that's not that long at all. And I'm thankful for everything I've learned. A lot of people say I've come very far for how long I've been in this in a short time, but I feel like it's because the people I surrounded myself with. And I feel like you've surrounded yourself with some good people as far as gaining information with. So let me ask you this. What is something you've taken so far being this hobby you learned that you would like to pass down to anyone new in this game? Like any kind of like, anything that because you understand, Catherine, there's a lot of new people that come into this hobby, especially in the last 5 years. It's, my channel attracts nothing but new people. So, a lot of them, could hit confusion roads on this. So what would be some of your advice to anyone new into this?
I think it would be, don't be afraid to get involved. Don't be afraid to meet people and ask questions. Most people in this hobby would love to help newcomers. And if they don't, then they're not for you. You don't want to be involved with them. So find somebody who will answer questions, who wants to see you grow, and who thinks that having new people coming into the hobby will actually benefit the hobby.
Damn, respect. You know these answers like pretty quick and pretty good. I feel like you were like coming up with the most best, quickest answers you could possibly come up with.
I'm thinking.
Hey, Catherine, this has been amazing, but you're not done. Okay, let's get these hot seat questions out of the way. And then you can go enjoy your Saturday. And you can be like, yo, I was on Trap Talk. That shit was easy. I fucking nailed that shit. This is fun though, right? You good?
Yeah, I'm okay. We'll see after this.
Okay. This is a great show. I mean, hey guys, did Catherine do good? Drop a comment. Let me know Catherine did good. I think you did great. And I don't fake the funk. But anyways,
thank you.
Hot seat questions for Catherine, Stellar Serpens. I don't need an explanation, please. If you could just give me these answers as quick as you gave me all these answers today, then you're done. You're good. That's the whole point of the hot seat questions. But are you ready?
I don't know.
We can't end it until we do this. So it's just
Okay, let's rip off
all right.
the
Here we
Band-Aid.
go. Hot seat questions for Catherine coming in hot. Frozen Thought or Live?
Pardon?
Frozen Thought or Live?
Frozen Thawed.
Egg cut or no cut?
Egg cut.
Red Chondro Neo or yellow Chondro Neo?
Yellow. I don't know.
Pre first shed meal or post first shed meal?
I don't understand.
So would you feed a snake before it had its first shed, or would you feed a snake after it's had its first shed?
Oh, before. Or like you mean after they come out of the incubator?
So like, okay, right, exactly. You know how they
so
come
after.
out. Right,
After.
right. Okay, cool.
Okay, yeah, sorry.
To spray a ball python or to not spray a ball python?
Spray.
Okay. Yay sports or boo sports?
Sports?
Yeah, like sports. Like
not
soccer.
ball python really.
Yeah. Nothing
Yay sports.
Yay sports. Favorite sport?
Volleyball.
Volleyball? Nice. Wait, okay. Indoor volleyball or beach volleyball?
Beach.
Damn, you play beach volleyball? That's hard.
And I'm short.
Dang. Okay, do you have a good serve?
It's decent. I'm good at getting those balls that are going on the floor.
Okay, so you go, you go.
I play back.
You dive out. Okay, tight. That's sick. All right, cool. Big flexor or no flexor?
No flex.
Dang. All right. Steak or fish?
Steak.
Favorite cut of steak?
Wagyu.
Wagyu. Ooh, wow. Ooh, dang, you expensive one. Ooh, okay, Wagyu. That's like good stuff. Alcohol or no alcohol?
No alcohol.
Nice. Caffeine or no caffeine?
Caffeine.
Nice. Hot coffee or cold brew?
Hot.
Okay. Oh yeah, definitely where you're at. Never. What the fuck am I thinking? Sorry. West Coast rap or East Coast rap?
I don't know the difference.
Yeah, rap or no rap?
No.
Okay. Favorite band?
The Maine.
The Maine? What's the Maine? How come I've never heard of the Maine? What are they
They're
like?
like indie. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, I knew it. Okay, cool. Have you heard of Washed? Have you ever heard of Washed before? They're sick. They're kind of very indie. Anyways, little word association. First thing to come to mind: milk.
Like milk? I just thought of milk, like milk in a bag, which is different than there. So there's that.
Wait, milk? You thought milk in a bag?
Yeah, like bagged milk, like pouring milk out of a
bag of milk. You guys have bags of milk in Canada? We get this shit in a goddamn jug, like with a handle. You guys got bags of milk? Okay.
Yeah.
This is why I do this. It's cool to find that out. I didn't know that. Cocoa.
Cocoa Bloss.
Stuck shed.
Peel it.
Eye cap.
Take it off.
Ovulation.
I don't know.
Day 60.
My brain's not working now.
What? Wait, what was that last one?
I said my brain's not working now. It's just going blank.
All right, almost done. Instagram trolls.
Oh, fuck the haters.
Oh, I love it. Her brain's working now. Holy shit, that was hard. Okay, at the end of the day, you probably know this, but I'm not going to ask the Instagram, Facebook thing because we could all say fuck Facebook. But if another two platforms were going at it and one had to go forever, are you going to get rid of TikTok or are you going to get rid of Tinder?
Tinder. I don't even have TikTok. I don't even have Tinder, but
oh, that's hilarious. Oh my God. I love it. Hey, Catherine, done. It's over.
Whew.
Woo! My bad. When I saw you taking drinks, I was like, holy shit, I need to stop. Like I
turned red. I was like,
got scared. I got scared. I don't think I've ever been that concerned during a hot seat question. I thought now maybe I'm thinking I should tone it down, but you did it. Congratulations. You had over 70 people watching at some point. What do you have to say to all your supporters? Everyone who was here tapping in on their Saturday. What do you have to say to everyone who's fucking with you?
Thank you so much.
Cool. And give her a follow on Instagram too. Hit her up. Now, as far as your production goes, once things start coming out and you do have things for sale, are you going to be putting them on Morph Market or like Instagram? Like, what's your game plan as far as selling stuff?
Right now I did make a Morph Market, so I have some stuff up.
Right.
But we're getting there slowly. But yeah, it'll be Instagram, Morph Market, and then local Kijiji. So
tight.
Everywhere.
She's going to be global. Catherine's already global. You're in the United States. This is global. You're doing a good job. You killed it. Good job, Catherine. Have a good rest. Have a good rest of your Saturday, and I will talk to you soon.
Too.
Catherine, Stellar Serpens.
Thank you.
All right, dude. Have a good one.
You too.
Oh, what a sweet girl. She did good. You know, I probably should have chilled a little bit, but listen, she did good. She's fucking killed it. Thank you guys for all the support. Thank you for everyone who tapped in. I appreciate it. Do all of us a favor, especially for Catherine. If you really thought Catherine did a hell of a job, then hit that like button, okay, guys? If you came in late to the episode and you forgot, no big deal. It's free. Hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, all that good stuff, man. But thank you so much for tapping in. Enjoy the rest of your Saturday. Unfortunately, there's something going on with this upload video, but at some point, just be ready because I will be uploading my vlog. It will get released as soon as this upload gets complete, but it's going to be, hold on 1 second. Let me upload it because it's going to be sick. And yeah, I want you guys to tap in for it. Where's it at? Oh my God. But yeah, because I always drop my vlogs on Saturdays. You don't want to miss this because this one is it's like fucking 30 something minutes long. I apologize. But it is going to be the Reach Out Reptile. God, son of a bitch. Hold on. There you go. It's going to be the Reach Out Reptiles facility tour. You guys don't want to miss this. Garrett goes in. He drops some crazy information. He gives us a behind the scenes fucking, what he has going on at this new facility. I'm telling you right now, Rob Roush in the building as well. Dude, this episode is going to be jam-packed with information regarding super dwarfs. The future of super dwarfs looks bright, and you need to tap in for that. It's going to go down today. I will be making announcements as far as when this will be announced, when this is going to drop sometime today, like I said. So follow me on Instagram so you're aware of that. Hit that notification bell that we're aware of that. And then also, guys, tomorrow, Holy Monitors. Yep, we got my boy from Canada as well. Back-to-back Canadians coming to the show. My boy Brandon Van Austin of Canadian Cold Blood. This guy's monitor game is next level. Dwarf monitors, green tree monitors, blue tree monitors. This guy's bred it. Like, I'm telling you, this is going to be next level. So make sure you go down, hit that link. Coolest Reptile podcast in the world. Thank you so much for tapping in. Again, guys, go hit up Catherine on Instagram. Let her know she did a hell of a job. Hit that like button, and I'll catch you guys tomorrow, and I'm out. Cheers!